Okay, we in the building.
What's happening, people?
What's up, people? Welcome into tonight's live stream. Thank you for joining us tonight. This is going to be a fun one because the combine is done and dusted, which means that the ADP is going to look completely different to how it looked the last time we did this last week. Say what's up in the chat. What's up, Drusiv? He said, I've got the 1-3, 1-4 in a one quarterback league, hoping to get Walker, Burks, and Jay Williams. Love it, bro. What's up, Trippy? What's up, Adrian? What's up, Showstopper85? She's a showstopper.
But
I'm not a rapper.
TikTok I was saying, that was that TikTok I was saying, I'm the ghost killer, fake killer.
Yeah.
Showstopper. Maybe.
Yeah.
I could be wrong.
But we're not rappers, so don't worry. What is up, Zach Miller? What's up, Daniel? What's up, Peter? He said, what's up, lads? Peter, you must be from the UK or maybe Sydney. Everyone uses the word lads here in Sydney or UK.
A lot of sucks and nuts, yeah?
I was trying to think of something English to say, but nothing came to mind.
Nah.
Never been in Motkey when it shut down, eh? The combine live stream was wild. It was, Nathan. Yes, it was. What's up, R? What's up, Rodney? What's up, Jeff? My name's Jeff. Oh, Peter's from good old Missouri. That's awesome. That's where I'm from. I'm from Kansas City. Kansas City, LA. Who knows? What's up, Dustin? What's up, John? Thanks, everybody, for joining us tonight. If you have not dropped a like, that would mean a lot for us if you could drop a like. We have a like goal of 75 likes. We're already at 24. You guys are crazy. If we do hit 75 likes on stream, Badaki has to do whatever the mock says. And right now, it's either let his wife draft in a real league or buy an Eli Apple jersey. I spelled it wrong. Sorry. What's up, Jeff? Showstopper. We did see the news on Calvin Ridley, and everyone commented saying this was perfect timing, guys, to drop the Calvin Ridley video. Some people were being sarcastic. Some people were being real. I thought it was funny timing. You know what's funny is we recorded that video last Friday, Thursday, and we decided to release it as the last one of that round of videos. So maybe we could have released it earlier, but we had no idea that was going to happen. Hopefully you were able to watch it for like the 10 hours it was out right before that news and make that change or move him. But if you weren't, GG's, I'm sorry. What's up, Scott? Peter says, Eli Apple Giants jersey? Yes, an Eli Apple's Giants jersey, which is obviously the most sought after one. On eBay, you can find it for like, what, $20 or something? $10.
Oh, gosh.
What are we doing tonight?
Rookie mock draft post NFL combine. So, hey, a lot of things have changed, guys. You know, we thought
there will be new combos for sure.
Yeah, new conversations, new stats, we have 40 times, we have vertical jumps, broad jumps, everything, you know, who's fallen, who's risen. You know, there's big names like David Bell now. Where's he going? Is he going in the first? Kyron Williams, is he going in the first? Is Breece Hall now the official 101? Yep. We're going to see as we continue moving forward with these rookie mock drafts. And this is the first one post NFL combine. So we're going to see what the ADP is going to feel like and look like moving forward. So,
yep, I agree. Hunter said South Dakota State punter going 101 tonight. Big leg. That's what you got to look for in these kind of drafts. Get the big legs on your team. Peter said sold Ridley in the 109 for Debo 2 weeks ago. Massive dub. Congrats, brother. Jason says my first two picks in this year's draft is 204. Last August, I traded Ridley in my 2022 first for Terrace Marshall, Pat Frymuth, Elijah Moore, and a 2023 3-7. Hopefully it works out. Hope it works out for you too, brother. Jeff said
the moment it's going to, hopefully, so we'll see.
Jeff Stanley said started watching it literally seconds before the ESPN news alert hit my phone. Yeah, that would have been actually so funny if you were watching our video. Like, the good thing is, Badaki, we were both sells. So from that perspective, at least we gave people the right information. We just should have released the video a couple days earlier. So
yeah, I wonder what time exactly Eastern Standard Time did that news break?
I got the notification on my phone. Let's see. When did I get that notification? It was probably in a tweet before the notification. It was around 8 a.m. for us, which means the video would have been out for around 8 hours.
Okay, so it was out for a while by the time that news broke out then.
Yeah, hopefully people had enough time to make moves. All right. So if you want to be a part of tonight's rookie mock draft, everyone has a chance to be a part of them. All you have to do is check out the pinned comment in the chat where you can find our Discord, the link to join our Discord. All you have to do is join our Discord, and then we will send a link, and it will be a free-for-all over there in the Dynasty Mock Drafts text channel. So check that out if you want to be a part of tonight's mock. If you're just here to watch, welcome. Regardless, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for spending some time with us tonight. I know that there are so many other things that you could be doing with your time, so obviously we want to first say it's an honor that you would spend time with us, listen to some of our good takes, some of our terrible takes, and everything in between. So we will have a rookie-only draft tonight, and I'm going to move our cameras down a little bit. We also just recorded some content for you guys that we're pretty excited to release this week. Again, like this, over there on Discord, there's a text channel where you can suggest content ideas, and we keep making content from that channel. So if you want your a video, we can't promise that your idea would be made, but if you want a video, keep submitting because it can't hurt to keep trying, You miss 100% of the shots that you never take. Wayne Gretzky, Michael Scott.
Wayne Gretzky.
Samuel, in order to join, you join our Discord. Okay, so there's a link right here in the chat that is pinned. That link is our Discord community. All you have to do is join our Discord, and then in the Dynasty channel, we will send the link there. But Aki, why don't you go ahead and put a message there saying, "Hey, everybody, this is where the link will be sent tonight for the mock."
I'll give some people some time so they can kind of get their bearings and know he's gonna be joining it.
Trippy said he's not even a sell at this point. He's a hold because nobody's going to trade you near his value when he plays. Yeah, man. If you have Ridley, probably, guys, now it's time to hold. Honestly, but the thing is, who knows if he's ever going to be anywhere near the player that he was, Talent-wise, we can't disagree with that, but this sort of thing the NFL takes seriously, obviously. I mean, he's suspended for a whole year. Trippy, thanks for doing that. We're the only ones, the admins are the only ones who can do the @everyone thing over there on Discord. Just because we don't want to have everyone have that opportunity to message everyone and send them a notification. Showstopper says, "Let's go, boys. You guys are awesome. Thanks for all the great content. Appreciate that, man."
Hold up, man. Appreciate you.
All right.
P. Diddy, Papa Diddy Puff. You love to see it.
Welcome back, brother. Okay, so again, we're about to send out the link if you want to join. Last time I'm going to say this. Well, I'll say it throughout the draft if you have questions. But anyway, last chance to get in here. Link is pinned in the chat. You join that link, and then in our channel, we're about to send the link. So, Badaki, why don't you go ahead and send that link for everyone? Actually, let's get straight to what we're here to do. This is going to be a free for all. Whoever joins first. And if you don't get in, then just let us know.
That's just the way. 3, 2. There you go. Link is out, people. Be nice. Be nice. Gary with the hacks. There's no doubt. Look at the screen, guys, right now. Gary with the hacks. Team 4. Watch it.
You think, I haven't even seen Garrett comment.
Gary with the hacks. He hasn't. Hold on.
Oh, Garrett's in here. Yeah, he does have the hacks.
Gosh, it like for me, it like loaded really fast, and Garrett was the first one. That's funny.
All right, shout out to Tommy, Trippy, Femsteed. I don't think we've mocked with you yet. Welcome, bro. Garrett's back. Lawrence is back. D. Lawrence. KCB. I can't remember. Have we?
Mocked with Casey.
Okay.
Yeah.
Chuck White. I know you're definitely new. Savcon. I know you're new. Tiz TV. Welcome back, brother. It's been a minute. And Degenerate, I don't think we've mocked with you either. So a lot of new people in. That's awesome. Welcome in, guys. Welcome in. Now, here's what I'll say. There's always going to be people who were not able to make it into the mock. What we say every time we are on this live stream is if you haven't been able to get into a mock, like let's say you've never been able to get into one and you want to guarantee a spot, we want to give everyone the opportunity to get in one of these mocks. So why don't you just message us the next time we do a mock draft that you want to be a part of, just message the Fantasyland Football account on Discord. Send us a DM there about 30 minutes before we're about to do a live stream for a mock draft. Say, hey, I really want to be a part of tonight's mock. Can you make it happen? I haven't been able to get into one. And we will make sure that you're a priority. We'll make sure that you get a chance to get in. We always want to make sure everyone has a chance to get in. So some people did miss out. That's unfortunately. Hunter says Chuck White 58 is me. I love that. Marvin looks like Marvin might have missed out.
All good, man.
Mike says keep putting out great content, fellas. Shout out from Calgary. Oh, over there from Canada, eh? With the roundabouts.
Roundabouts. Shit, I always forget what's the thing I always say. Out and about on a boat or something like that. It's like out and about.
What's that? Is it poutine? Is poutine a Canadian thing? Is that where they put like gravy on chips? That just sounds like it would be soggy. I don't know. Anyway, here we are. Shout out to everyone. Again, if you didn't get a chance to get in, please message us before the next one on Discord, and we will make sure that you get a shot. We always want to make sure everyone gets a fair chance at it. Okay. I think our camera's maybe a little bit too big here. I mean, I think we like our faces, but maybe
filled up faster than the easy drop. Peter, this is a SuperFlex. So this is a SuperFlex rookie mock draft. Just so people can know. Yeah.
Okay. So why don't you tell people all the settings and stuff?
Yeah. So really simple. What we're gonna do is go through. This is a 4-round rookie mock draft, 12 teams, SuperFlex. Obviously each person has 4 picks, and we're gonna be stopping. We're gonna be stopping for each, not each pick, but some picks, just to discuss, especially now with all this new information, the performances that's coming out, all the talks, all this hype and risers and fallers and people. We're gonna have more conversations, and we're gonna be stopping, going back and forth, talking about each and every pick moving forward.
Yeah. All right. So again, it's PPR, SuperFlex, not tight end premium, rookie only draft. We will pause it at certain points to discuss picks. 2 minutes on the clock. Take as much time as you want in your pick. So let's see who the official 101 ends up being post combine. Malik Willis at the 101, and then Breece Hall. Okay. So Malik is at the 101.
Tommy had that on.
Yeah, he had that queued up and ready to go. Well, we'll probably pause after Team 3's pick here, but to me, I feel like let's just pause for a second, okay? To me, I feel like it has to be Burks or Breece at the 101, and I'm actually leaning towards Breece at this point personally. Where do you kind of stand on the 101?
Look, I truly believe that Breece at this very moment is a 101. If you were drafting before the NFL draft,
okay.
I think no matter where Malik is going to go, he will probably. Let me rephrase that. I think depending on where Malik goes, he will probably be the starter, and he probably be the most valuable person in here. So I think after post NFL draft, he could be the 101. If he goes to the Steelers, the Broncos, if he goes to a team that we know he's going to start, he's going to have some good, a good supporting cast around him. I think even your Washington football team, if Malik going there, he's surely going to be the 101.
Yeah. Let me say this. I think you can make a case for all 3 of these players being in the first 3 picks. I just think maybe Malik should have been the 3rd out of the 3. But again, it's a SuperFlex league. So if you believe in Malik enough, then yeah, you can definitely justify him at the 1-1. For me, I will say I feel like Breece Hall and Burks are in their own category, and Breece was already a great prospect, but he just confirmed that he is in a tier of his own with the running backs this year, and it is so hard to find workhorse running backs that you can rely on in Dynasty. So to me, taking Breece at the 101 makes a lot of sense. But I'm not going to disagree with Malik going there if you believe in him enough to take him there. I just probably think he's more of a 1-3 to 1-5 type pick. I think it has to be Breece or Burks at the 1-1 in my opinion. But again, from the outset, we're going to say things that you guys disagree with. That's okay. We always welcome differing opinions on the channel. We are not the end all of Dynasty. It's not black and white. You can have opinions that are different to us. That's okay. But we're going to just present our thought process as we go. So I like Breece as a 101. Do you like Breece as a 101 before we move on?
Yeah, I do like Breece as a 101, no doubt about it. I think he showed that he was in the tier by himself amongst the running backs. So there's no doubt about it that Breece Hall is is and could be the 101 in your rookie drafts moving forward.
Yeah. So then we see Treylon Burks at the 1-3. I think Burks is probably going to be the 1-2 from now on. But again, Superflex League, like Malik didn't do anything to drop his value at the combine. Do you know what I mean? So you can make a case for him. You can make a case. All right, so I'm here at the 1-5 now. And let me just have a look at me rankings right quick. There's not a quarterback here. There's not a quarterback here that I feel like I could justify taking at this point. So, and I love the wide receiver depth. So at this point, again, like it is going to depend because there are 3 players who are in a similar tier for me right here. It will depend on my team need. Not, that 10% will push me towards it because I have 3 players who are kind of on the same page for me. But I do feel like while Breece Hall is in a tier of his own, the tier 2 running back is in a tier of his own as well, and that's Kenneth Walker. So for me, Breece Hall stands alone and no one's close to him. But then you have Kenneth Walker in his own tier. Like, I feel like there should only be 2 running backs going in the first round personally. So again, because of how hard it is to find running backs who we think could be workhorses, I'm going to go ahead and take Kenneth Walker here at the 1-5. I think he tested really, really well. I personally did not expect him to have that 40 time. I did not expect a 4.38. So that was much quicker than I thought he would be. So I'm going to take Kenneth Walker here at the 1-5. But I think there's probably 4 to 5 players you could justify here at this point.
Yeah. Then goes Drake London there, and I think that makes sense. I like the Kenneth Walker pick. I think it makes sense as well. Like you said, it can go either way in these spots, and how people performed. Obviously, we didn't see Drake London perform at the NFL Combine. I don't think he participated at all.
Yeah, he was my 6 before, and now he's still my 6. By the way, actually, we have a video coming out this week where I give a new round of top 10 rankings for my wide receivers and running backs, so expect that to be out soon. There's no reason for London to have risen in my rankings. There's no reason to him have fallen, so he's still my 6, but a lot of people are higher on him than us.
Yeah, and now I'm looking at my rankings going back and forth. There is, I feel like, a different tier in the running backs and wide receivers. And, last time I picked this guy, people were questioning me. People were saying you shouldn't have taken him that high. And I think after that performance, especially even though he didn't have that 4.26, whatever the case may be, I do believe Chris Olave is still a good pick. He got a 4.39. I think it makes sense. He is going to go somewhere and he's going to be successful.
I'm really interested to see what the chat has to say about this now, because the last time we took Olave, it was either you or I, and we took him around the 1.8 to the 1.10. People were not happy about it. I'm really curious to see what the response is now.
The community was saying, oh, you can get him, mid to early second, late first. And I took Olave too early. I like him here at the 1.7. I don't see anyone else that I would take. I mean, maybe a quarterback, dependent on their landing.
If you believe in the quarterbacks,
yeah, sure. I don't know.
Olave would have been my pick as well, so I'm happy with that selection at that point. And let me just say this as well, guys. We're gonna miss on players. I'm gonna be honest with you. We're gonna miss as a channel. Our goal is always to hit more than we miss. So just like from the outset. I just want to say that. And Drusif says Jamil Williams is the best player in the draft. So to be fair, I definitely overstated. I probably would have taken Jameson Williams there now that I think about it. But Olave, would have been the next player for me. You guys know I'm a huge Jameson Williams believer. Doak says if Olave lands in KC, I'm taking him at the 103. Then we see Jameson Williams at the 1.8. So before the combine, Jameson was my wide receiver 1 in this class. He didn't participate. There was nothing that happened throughout the combine that made me feel like I should have dropped Jameson Williams in my rankings. The film speaks louder for me than anything that happened at the combine. So Jameson Williams, I still think he's going to be a fantastic value for whoever gets him from the 1.6 to the 1.10 in that sort of area. I'm not afraid to draft him because of the ACL. We've seen so many elite players recover from an ACL. I mean, speaking of it, Super Bowl MVP Cooper Kupp recovered from an ACL, right? So an ACL isn't something that I'm worried about. And I think if you're out there and you're worried about drafting Jameson Williams, I just think maybe open your eyes a little bit, because you might be thinking a little bit too short-termed, right? It might be short-term thinking. If he misses the first 2 months, that's fine. He might not be as valuable in the trade markets in the first year, but did you plan on trading any of these guys? Hopefully not, right? Hopefully you believed in them enough to want them on your team long term. So I love Jameson. I think the combination of speed, route running, I don't think anyone else has that combo in this class compared to him. So and then we see Isaiah Spiller at the 1.9 and Pickett at the 1.10. I think Pickett makes sense. You and I, Badaki, are not Spiller guys. We're not fans of Isaiah Spiller. We don't think he deserves first-round draft capital in Dynasty drafts, but that doesn't mean that we're right or wrong. He's just not impressive as an athlete. He's not impressive as a prospect for us. There's nothing that stands out about Isaiah Spiller outside of the ability for him to make the first player miss. So we're not Spiller guys. We've never been Spiller guys. The combine didn't change that. I know he didn't run the 40, but that's probably good, because if he ran the 40, everyone would be much lower on him, I think.
Yeah.
I don't think he would have had an impressive 40 time. And then Pickett at the 1.10. Are you happy with that pick there?
Yeah, I like Pickett here at the 1.10. Obviously, a lot of question marks with his hand size, and come measuring at 8.5 inches, probably the smallest in a while. Pause. But smallest hand size in a while for a quarterback. But look, I like what he did. I liked the velocity on the ball during the NFL Combine. I liked his arm strength, and I think he will be a successful quarterback. It's just the question is what teams are going to believe in him. And apparently, reports coming out saying half the teams, just based off his hand size, are already out on Kenny Pickett.
Yeah, they're off his board.
It's going to be very, very interesting to see where he goes, where he lands, and what team is going to take a chance on him.
So let's quickly talk about that. You might be out there thinking, well, why is the hand size such a big deal? Number one, for Kenny Pickett to be a starting quarterback in the NFL, he will have to break a mold in the current NFL, right? No NFL starting quarterback right now has hands that small. No one. There have been people in the past, like Michael Vick, who have had hands that small, who have been successful, but it's more of an outlier than the rule. And why is that so important? Many reasons: the velocity, the strength. And you also have to keep in mind, it might be a turnover issue. I'm not saying it will be, but that's what GMs are probably thinking about. You have to think about it. When a quarterback's in the pocket, if they're trying to extend plays, which Kenny Pickett does, do they typically have two hands on the ball while they're extending? No, typically they're grabbing it with one hand. They're rolling out right. They're rolling out left. And if a defensive lineman has those big hands and just smacks the ball, is your hand strong enough? Does it have enough, real estate on the ball in order to hold on to that? So there are questions. There are some teams who will have him completely off their board. I still think he can succeed. There are ways that he's combating it with the gloves. We have seen players who have been successful with the gloves. So I think here at the 110, take a shot. I mean, it's a SuperFlex league. I'm okay with that.
Just catch up on the chat here. Tommy said, I like both Bama guys. Okay. Tyler Brown, low key, Christian Watson may be a tier 1 or at least a future tier 1. Could be depending on where he lands. Very, very interesting. I like Christian Watson. I know Zach is... He's rising on Zach's board a little bit. He doesn't want to go with the hype too much, but I get it. SB Sports, Jameson is relying on athleticism, so the ACL is a huge concern for me. I can see where that's coming from.
I don't know, man. We've seen so many players who rely on athleticism come back from an ACL, but I understand if you're concerned.
I'm a guy that's a little bit concerned about that ACL, so I'm on the opposite side of me not taking Jameson maybe as high as the 1.7 or 1.6, just based on his athleticism. So I see that. Jinx, what's happening, brother? Tyler Brown, Pickett appears to go through his reads the best. Yeah, I think not the community, but NFL analysts think he is the most ready quarterback.
Okay.
Yeah. There goes Tommy there going crazy here.
Tommy, Mechie, it's way too early for Mechie, brother. Way too early for Mechie there.
He said he likes both Alabama wide receivers, and there goes Jameson. Jameson goes at the 1.8, and then John Mechie at the 2.1.
For me, Mechie is a 3rd round pick in dynasty drafts, rookie drafts. Look, draft capital, he could get higher draft capital than we expect, but Mechie at the 2.1, there are just so many other players that I have multiple tiers ahead of John Mechie at this point. So, I think Tommy is not huge into Dynasty just yet. So again, we're all just learning together as we go. But I think probably the chat would agree with me. that Mechie. This is too early for Mechie.
Yeah, I think we can all agree on that.
Okay, so Pickens goes at the 111. Then we have Rashad White, Mechie, Corral, Christian Watson at the 2-3. Was really curious to see where Christian Watson was going to go, as well as George Pickens. So I think this is where we should expect George Pickens, anywhere from the 1-9 onwards. I think you're going to see George Pickens off the board in your rookie drafts. He didn't do anything to hurt his capital. I think he actually helped his capital. He looked like himself. He didn't look like he was struggling from the ACL. He looked comfortable. And the 40 time was quite impressive for the size. So Pickens is probably going to go from the 1-9 to the 1-11. Could probably slip into the second round of the real NFL draft. And then Christian Watson at the 2-3. I was pretty curious as to where he would go after the hype. And is that too high for me? I think that's too high for me still.
I think it's a conversation with people, you know. I mean, it really depends who Garrett takes here. And that's the guy I was going to say, you know. David Bell, and there's still one more who I think you probably will take here. You know, I would probably be taking the person that you're going to take, which is probably Jahan Dotson. Let's just get out the way. It's probably Jahan Dotson over Christian Watson. And then potentially there's an argument. Okay, is it Christian Watson or David Bell? I do believe David Bell is more talented, but it could be dependent on his landing spot now.
Yeah.
And how he could really produce. So many conversations to have with, you know, Christian Watson and maybe how high he can go, how high he should go.
Yeah.
Moving forward.
Yeah, Watson, I think he's at an all-time high right now with the hype. I mean, look, he dominated the combine. We can't pretend that he didn't go put up, what was it, a 4.3? Do I have that on me?
It was a 4.38. It was a 4.38 if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
for Christian Watson. I could be wrong.
That's crazy. I think it was it? I think it was faster than that. Anyway, he was definitely impressive.
Let me double check.
He was definitely impressive at the combine, so we can't pretend that he wasn't. But for me, there was a couple other players I would have taken over Watson at this point. You have to keep in mind, we all expected Watson to test really well. He has all the physical attributes. He has all the intangibles, right? So while it was impressive, it also shouldn't be the biggest surprise. Do you know what I mean? That he tested this well. So there are other wide receivers. And by the way, Watson has a lot that he needs to work on. So let's not forget that as well. But you're right. Jahan Dotson, he is my wide receiver 7. So I would have taken him over Mechie, over Watson, over David Bell. So I'm going to get Jahan Dotson here at the 2.5. I like the speed that I saw from Jahan Dotson. What was it? A 4.43. Came in at 5'10" and 5'8". I thought he would be a little bit heavier, but still, I like Jahan Dotson. I think he could fall to a really good team as well at the end of the first, potentially. So I'm going to take Jahan there at 2.5. And then Trey McBride at the 2.6. Didn't really blow us away in the testing. But still, I don't think his value should drop from the combine. So I'm okay with him here at the 2.6 if you need a tight end.
Yeah. I guess just to catch up with the chat a little bit as my pick, because I already know who I'm going to take here. I think it's pretty obvious, especially with the community.
Yeah.
Let's see. Let's go up to see where.
Just quickly, by the way, Trippy said he looked pretty good catching too. Hopefully, everyone looked good catching at the combine versus no defenders, right? I mean, it's good that they look natural, but you almost want to look for like the outliers. McBride, he did test in multiple different categories. I'll find out for you.
I have it up here. I can probably pull it up really fast for you.
I was trying to find out where that was.
Tight ends, McBride here. Well, maybe he didn't test at all. I know he didn't.
He did test. I promise you.
He didn't do the 40.
He didn't do the 40, but he tested in a lot of different other areas.
Yeah, let's see. Did the 40? I'm looking at the vertical jump here, and still I'm not seeing anything. He did. I know he did all the other combine, all the other
His vertical was
drills.
33 inches. In most of the things that he participated in, he was towards the bottom, but still, it doesn't surprise me. You got 20 seconds on the clock here to make a pick, Badaki.
Yeah, I think there's no doubt about it. Who this is for me? It's Jerome Ford out of Cincinnati, a guy that's a running back too on my board here. The fact that you can still get him here at the 2.7. Obviously, he didn't do crazy in NFL Combine, but he just showed us what we already knew. Okay, he just confirmed what we knew, and I think getting him here at the mid-second, Jerome Ford is a good guy. Having Chris Olave, Jerome Ford, if he goes to a great landing spot, I think it will be absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, and Peter said it depend on draft capital, but in terms of pure upside / hype, I picked Watson there. Was close to taking Dotson. And again, I don't think we're saying that any of these picks are wrong. Just giving our thoughts, but I get where you're coming from. For me, I mean, there's just so many parts of Watson's game that he needs to work on outside of his raw intangibles. So. I think Jahan Dotson is a much better prospect, but I get where people are coming from there. Sky Moore at the 2.8. I'm a big Sky Moore lover. I'm glad that finally people are putting the respect on his name. Last week, I was able to get him at the 3.4, and I said, "Come on, guys, come on, we got to be taking Sky Moore quicker."
That was the lowest he went for sure. I mean, that was the lowest he went.
But he was going 2.11 to 3.3 for the past 3 drafts that we did. I'm glad that now he's getting some respect on his name. Sam Howell and then Desmond Ridder off the board. Again, a super flex league. If you're watching this and you're upset that the quarterbacks didn't go earlier, you tell us. Do you believe in these guys as starting quarterbacks in the NFL? If you do, that's great. Take them wherever you want to. However, I think we're only going to see a couple starters, if any, from this class. So it makes sense for people to bet on other talents, in my opinion.
I think the biggest surprise for me in the quarterback was Desmond Ridder. He wasn't a guy I was coming into the NFL Combine to necessarily watch and see, because I just thought he was just gonna have just an average performance, nothing crazy. He wasn't gonna have crazy throws or whatever. But we saw that from Desmond. Yeah. We saw his arm strength, and we saw at some points
mobility,
his accuracy a little bit improve in his mobility.
But, his accuracy didn't improve. I mean, no one's accuracy improved or hurt.
You can't really say, but you can see he did throw the ball in good places at times, where in other times he did throw it in bad places.
Yeah.
But yeah, Desmond Ridder, a guy that jumped.
I think the reason he's jumping up most people's boards is because of the 40 time. And again, even if you don't like Ridder, we're not high on Ridder. I think he's our 5th quarterback in this class.
Yeah,
but
that's where I moved him.
Even if you're not high on Ridder, I can tell you the NFL as a whole is looking at him more in depth now, based off of his 40 time, based off the mobility that he showed.
There's already reports that your team is interested in him.
I rebuke it. Get out of my life. If Washington doesn't take Malik at the 11 and we go Desmond Ridder, if Malik's available, I will not be happy. Justin Ross at the 2.11, Zamir White at the 2.12. Zamir White tested really, really well. I did not expect him to test the way that he did. Looked great. And then James Cook at the 3.1. James Cook fell a little bit in the ADP.
No, he's
normally been going mid-second.
I don't think so. I think it's usually around here he goes. I've never taken James Cook in mid-second. I could be wrong.
I've seen him go multiple times in the mid-second.
I definitely could be wrong. Let's see. I'll double check the one before to see where he went. But I think it was usually 3rd round.
Casey mentioned he didn't know that Zamir White had that speed. I didn't know either, to be honest. This is SuperFlex, yes. Yes, Dustin, this is SuperFlex. We just mentioned that if you believe in these quarterbacks enough, you can take them wherever you want to. It's hard to see multiple starters in this year's class. So I do understand why people are taking positional players. And here Kyron Williams is, man. Oh, my goodness. Oh, how the mighty have fallen.
That is a whole round and basically a half that he fell. And probably still falling, depending on if you're going to take him.
Well, I'm just looking at my board now. He would be my next player available. Alec Pierce, super interesting. Wan'Dale Robinson. He didn't do anything to make me drop him off my board. Okay, so I still think that Wan'Dale should be considered towards the end of the second, but I understand why people are letting him fall here. His 40 time was much quicker than I thought it would be. He weighed in, his height officially 5'8". I thought he would be 5'7". So, I don't think he did anything to hurt his capital, in my opinion. I do think I would take Wan'Dale over Tolbert, who Tolbert to me didn't really test the way I thought that he would. Again, it's just my opinion. I don't think we're going to see Tolbert before Wan'Dale in the real NFL draft either. I could be wrong. However, Alec Pierce, I definitely understand why people are taking Alec Pierce earlier now. Alec Pierce looked great. He was one of my biggest risers after the combine. I loved what he showed there. Just confirmed a lot of things. All right, so will I take Kyron Williams here. Uh,
I mean, I'm assuming if
there's
you're just
there's
going
not
based off
a there's not
ranking.
a running back I have higher at this point than Kyron Williams.
Mm-hmm.
Now Kyron definitely could continue to fall down my rankings, but man, it was an awful combine. It was an awful combine. He probably lost millions of dollars, but at the 3.5, I'll take a chance here. I'll take a chance on Kyron, hoping that some report comes out saying, there was an injury or whatever the case may be. It was a bad 40. It was an awful day for him. He lost millions of dollars. He probably fell an entire round in the NFL draft. Then we have Brian Robinson at the 3.6 here.
Yeah. Just catch up with the chassis rate as a Jalen Hurts of this year by SB Sports, maybe. Steven, they just making it to the chat so high for after the combine. Yeah, man, we're really hyped about it as well. Glad you can come through. Dustin, sorry boys, missed part of the stream. No worries. Mechie the 201 too high. Yeah, we kind of spoke about that already.
Yeah, it's definitely too high for Mechie there at the 2-1.
Peter wanted Pierce, then was between Shakir and Tolbert at the 301 at the 303.
Yeah.
Okay. Spencer, I think he's been trying to say this. My bad. I traded Debo in the 2022 303 and received the 2022 104 and the 2.5. What do y'all think? Thanks, guys.
I don't think that's proper value for Debo. I think you could have got more, Spencer. I'm sorry. We always try and aim to be as honest as possible, but I think you should have gotten more personally for Debo based off of what I've seen people in our community get for him. But yeah. I'm sorry, man. I wish we could always say, hey, we love the trade, but we just try and be as honest as possible,
Yeah. There he goes. Then the Kyron's fallen by Steve. Yeah, Kyron over Robinson after the combine. I still think the pass catching ability, and I think Kyron's talent probably would be over Brian Robinson for the both of us.
Yeah,
no doubt about it for us. And you guys
still
are right.
like Brian. He was the next on my list. Go ahead.
Shakira, no doubt about it. That's for me. Once again, another guy that didn't jump off the boards, but it's just good to see him out there running, catching the balls. You see how he can be value to a team here, especially at the 3.7. I think that's great. I personally would be taking him.
You keep hearing that this is such a deep wide receiver class, and I agree. I mean, the wide receivers that you can get in the third round: Alec Pierce, Wandale, Shakir, Tolbert. I'm not a Tolbert guy, but I understand the upside. Yeah, for me, like there's potential real value here in the third round.
100%. This third round, those third round picks that you guys have, or maybe have sold them potentially, could be a tremendous value moving forward.
Yeah, there's no guarantee that any of these guys work out, but we like them as prospects at least.
Yeah, I would definitely take Shakira over Wandale, at least for me. And in my rankings, I would take Shakira over Wandale, Jalen Tolbert. I think there's a conversation to have with Alec Pearson and Shakira, but just really depending on who you would rather have here in the third round.
Yeah, Shakira is my wide receiver 14. Justin Ross is ahead of him, as well as Alec Pierce, Wandale.
Yeah, he's my wide receiver 11. I had to move him. I moved him down one spot purely because I had technically Sky Moore under him, and I was like, I actually have to move Sky Moore up after that performance. So
all right, Calvin Austin off the board at the 3.8, Damian Pierce at the 3.9, and then Carson Strong. Savcon is saying, let me load up on the quarterbacks. One of these guys is going to be a starter. I love it. And then Jalen Watermeyer. Man, he's a hard tight end to really gauge. I wonder if we'll see Jelani Woods off the board at all. I mean, I don't want to put thoughts into people's heads, but what is the community? What do you guys think about Tyler Algier? Okay, I want to ask this to the community. Feel free to submit your thoughts. For me, I don't like his film. Okay, I don't see him as a starting running back in the NFL. Whereas others around the community, I see them saying he's like a top 5 guy. Like, let me know what your thoughts are. I just don't see that in Algier's film, and I don't think he didn't test awful. He didn't test well. Just kind of one of those really unknown guys. I just noticed he was still on the board there.
No, for me, I'm somebody that likes Tyler Algier. I think he's a good back. He ran a 4.6. It wasn't crazy off the board, but I think he's a big power back. He's a guy that can come in and contribute. I think he's a guy that can come in and be a good backup for somebody that gets hurt.
Yeah, I just don't think he's a starter though in the NFL. Can we agree?
I think there is an opportunity for him to be a starter.
Peter makes a really good point, by the way. The defenses that he faced there in the SEC, or in the SEC, in the where's BYU play? Is it? I'm trying to remember. Are they? I thought they were one of those independent conferences. Yeah, but anyway, the competition wasn't really that impressive anyway. Mm-hmm. But yeah, would love to hear everyone's thoughts. There goes Isaiah, likely to be a 4th or 3rd round pick. You see what I did there? Ooh, interesting.
Tommy's going for all these people that nobody would have gone for, and then been like, "Who the hell is that guy?"
Tommy, I love the James Cook pick. Change of pace back, not a 3 down back. I agree, Dustin. Joe says, I think people bought into the rumors of 4.39 for Algier. Yeah, no. I believe BYU is one of those independent football conferences. Can you guys correct me if I'm wrong? But I believe they're one of those independent.
Here's the BYU conference. Yeah, FBS independent schools says BYU.
Yeah. So they kind of make their schedule each year. It's a little bit different, kind of what Notre Dame did. All right, so now we're at the 4-2. Still a lot of value on the board, or guys that you kind of just take your shot on. You know, I want to pause just for a second and talk about some of these picks that went off the board.
Talk it up.
So there goes Tyler Beatty. Calvin Austin at the 3.8. Calvin Austin tested really well. I thought we would see a better 40 time from Calvin, to be honest. There was all these rumors that he had Olympic type speed. That was an Olympic speed to me. But at this point, the 3.8, he offers something very interesting to an offense. So he could definitely kind of make his way. What did you think of Dameon Pierce here at the 3.9?
Look, Dameon Pierce is a guy I was high on. I still am high on Dameon Pierce. He didn't, once again, another guy that his combine numbers didn't jump off. You know, he just did average. He did okay. I think another guy that can come in and contribute, you know, the bulldozer type guy that can punch it in.
Yeah.
I think his role doesn't change for me.
Yeah.
I think his value never changed for me either. The highest I've ever took him was probably where I took maybe Brian Robinson in the mid-3rd. But I think 3.9 is probably still a good opportunity for Dameon.
It's a good shoot your shot. Velus Jones at the 4.2. He tested really, really well. Everyone's still going to be on low on him because he is going to be 25 entering the draft. Tyler Beatty at the 4.3. I love me some Tyler Beatty. Was hoping for a slightly quicker 40, but I think there's enough on film for him to get drafted maybe in the 7th round of the NFL draft. So we'll wait and see what's going to happen. I'm a big Beatty guy. I love Beatty. Have been trying to advocate for him throughout this offseason pre-draft process. All right, let's go ahead and resume the draft. So BYU is going to join the Big 12, but they have been independent for sure. Yep, Timothy Speed isn't Dameon Pierce's game. I agree. Beatty dominated the SEC. Hey, Peter, you're not going to find any disagreement from me on Beatty. I'll drop a fun little fact, and I say it every time I draft Beatty. Okay, so Tyler Beatty this year, 5 games where he rushed for over 200 yards. The last player to do that in college football was Jonathan Taylor. Is he Jonathan Taylor? Of course he's not. Nowhere near Jonathan Taylor as a talent. However, it just goes to show that he is an impressive running back, and I'm hoping that someone sees that. Maybe he can develop a role for himself in the NFL. We're yet to see that. Then Jelani Woods at the 4.4 from my alma mater. Now, I say that as if I went to the University of Virginia. I wish. That's just I used to go to Virginia Cavalier football games pretty much every year with my dad. So it was cool to see Jelani Woods test really, really well, test like a freak. We'll see if, the thing that Badaki and I talked about, we were like, should we make content on Jelani Woods? And then we said, like, is this really going to change his draft capital? He was maybe a 5th round pick. Now he's maybe a 4th round pick in the real NFL draft. Does that really change his dynasty value? Do you know what I mean? Like, it's hard to say. It's hard to say for sure there. All right, so I'm looking at the board. I'm trying to see who's available at this point.
I feel like all the good people are.
So I'm going to take a shot on the guy who we thought broke the 40 record. I'm going to take a shot on Tyquan Thornton. Been watching a little bit more of his tape. Extremely limited as a player, but the speed, maybe it can translate into something. I'll take a shot on him here at the 4.5. That's a player who I didn't really even look at before the combine. So interesting. Yeah, 5'8" is quite small for Beatty. That's why, I mean, it's hard to see 5'8" running backs that have succeeded in the NFL. So history is definitely against him. Dustin says, hey, I know we were just talking a bit down on Algier, but if he falls to the mid-4th, I'm snapping him there. Value is too strong if he's close to being like Stevenson. I think you can definitely make a case for Algier here, for sure. Yeah, the 4-6. I don't think there's any reason to not draft him there.
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna do the same route as you, Zach, and I'll probably go with the fastest running back.
Okay.
Pierre Strong, high upside here. Honestly,
take a shot.
Take a shot on one of these guys in the 4th round. See what happens. Guy's fast. We're gonna see what he can do from Little Rock, Arkansas.
From Little Rock, Arkansas.
South Dakota
Hey, shout
State.
out to everybody who's watching the stream. Thank you so much for spending time listening to us give our mediocre takes, some good, some bad. We're going to agree and disagree on the channel. Differing opinions always welcome. Would mean a lot to us if you could drop a like. Our like goal was 75 likes, maybe with your help. If you haven't hit a like yet, we might be able to get there together. Would mean a lot. Trippy said I was between Pierre Strong and Velas Jones. Nathan said Barry Sanders was 5'8", 203 though, so it's not impossible. Yeah, there's always that one outlier that we can point to, but you know, Barry was definitely in a class of his own. But I get where you're coming from.
I'm believing in Velas Jones Jr. Come on, guys.
I just don't see the draft capital being there because of the age.
I know. The age is what hurts him tremendously. If he was 22 with that speed and what he was doing, hey,
maybe. I just don't think NFL teams want to invest in him, but we'll see. Steven says Ford is my favorite tier 2 running back than Algier. I'll take him with my last pick regardless of spot. Understandable.
Kyle Phillips, Keontae.
Voice
Ingram.
of Reason says the community is seriously sleeping on Zamir White. You could be telling the truth, my guy. I mean,
Voice of Reason.
He tested really, really well.
Tremendous. I think and this was I am somebody that was skeptical on Zamir White just based off his injury. 2 ACLs on both legs. I was like, there's no way this guy is gonna have the same speed, the same ups, just anything in general. That the way that he tested at the combine and it was fantastic. I was surprised, and Zamir White definitely has risen up my rankings based off that.
For sure.
It's going to be interesting to see where he lands because I do believe he was a 5-star recruit. That was the guy. So if he can be that 5-star recruit, quote unquote, that he could be in the NFL, then
he's not going to be that. But I do think we are sleeping on him a little bit. I agree. All right, guys. So let's talk about some of the players who did not get drafted that maybe should have been considered. All right. So Kennedy Brooks out of Oklahoma was one that I really wanted to highlight. I'm starting to really, really like Kennedy Brooks as a 3rd, early 4th round type selection, maybe even after Algier. So maybe from the 4-7 onwards, I think Kennedy Brooks could be like, he has the size. He has what all NFL teams are looking for a player who can handle a workload. So don't underlook Kennedy Brooks out of Oklahoma. Jerrion Ealy, I mean, hard to see him being really relevant in the NFL, but I just wanted to put his name out there. Kevin Harris had a pretty good combine. When I look at the wide receiver position, Dubs didn't get drafted here. I think we kind of nailed everything else, though.
Somebody that didn't get drafted, if I'm not mistaken, another guy that you were really high on, Zaquandre White. I don't think he got off the board.
Okay, fair enough. I actually missed that. Yeah, Zaquandre White didn't get drafted here. Surprise. I mean, look, he's definitely someone that I kind of assumed that he went off the board. That's my bad. I probably should have taken him at the 4 or 5. And I obviously focusing on stream and my mind's in different places. So that's interesting. But I think we all did really, really well. I think you guys did well with your picks. You know, again, who is the 101? There's a good case for Breece Hall to be the 101. You know, if Malik, you see that in him, I guess you can make that case as well. Interesting to see where some of these players fell. Kyron was going in the 1st round, guys. We said that was too early. Yeah. Now he's at the 3-5. Is the community overreacting too much to the combine, or is that exactly where he should be going? Zamir White.
Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8th running back off the board for Kyren Williams.
Yeah.
I mean, if anything, that is, at least in my rankings, accurate that he was the 8th running back. Maybe not as low as the 3-5. I don't know. There's just so many questions and so many like hypotheticals we can talk about Kyren Williams moving forward.
Yeah,
but
for sure.
You just don't know.
Dustin says Hall, Willis, Burks, take your pick. Zeus is my RB4. Zamir is my RB5. So people are pretty high on Zamir White. Of course, Peter said, thanks for the content. Got to sign off. Got to study for 2 exams tomorrow. Good luck on the exams, my guy.
Yeah, man.
This was fun. I'm trying to think if there's any other players that were missing. No one really comes to mind at this point. I think everyone did really well. It's super interesting to see now, how the board falls. I mean, like I said before in a couple of the other mocks, I have the 202 in a home league, so I'm super curious to see. And the talents that is there, like that definitely excites me, looking at the talent that's still on the board there.
Yeah, in our home league, I don't have the first round pick, which I'm pretty gutted about, but yeah, I think I have the 2-7. So, I mean, if I can get one of those guys in the middle there, Sky Moore, Ford, I McBride, maybe I'll take a chance on Sam Howell, depending on how the board is really falling in our home league. Could be.
Hey. Thank you, Ryan. Appreciate you, brother. Yeah, someone had mentioned in the chat, Nathan said Hall is hands down ahead of the rest in the tier of his own. And I kind of agree with that. I do agree that, especially with the running backs, like he's completely in his own tier, standing alone up there. And then I think Kenneth Walker is kind of in his own as well in that second tier. To me, in my opinion, I only think Breece and Kenneth deserve first round Dynasty rookie picks. I don't think that, the Spillers, the Whites, the Fords, the White, I don't think anyone else deserves a first round pick considering the wide receiver talent this year. So,
right.
After Kenneth Walker, I'm not sure, Breece for sure, I think is a workhorse running back in the NFL. I don't think there's any question there. Kenneth, the jury's out. I think he can be. Outside of that, it's hard to find someone that I could point to and say, yep, they're a guaranteed starter in the NFL. Like a workhorse guy. So it's interesting.
Like Kenneth, it's weird. I feel like Kenneth Walker in a way reminds me of like a Gibson in like what he could be. Like the conversations around Gibson. Gibson was so talented coming in, and like, well, he's a wide receiver, running back. Well, let's give him a running back opportunity. I think like that could be the conversation around Kenneth Walker.
Kenneth Walker's never ever shown that sort of pass catching ability. He didn't come in as that kind of prospect at all.
Yeah, and I mean, I know, and Gibson came in as that and was barely used as the pass catcher his first year.
Yeah,
and then there was all that talk.
What's the correlation then?
I'm saying like just the conversation of how like he can come up of like, well, he can be this, like he can be a good running back, kind of how like they thought about Antonio Gibson, and I think that was what I was correlating. Like the upside and potential is there. But like, is he going to really get the opportunity? And that's how I feel about Antonio Gibson.
Yeah. I mean, we've already seen Kenneth Walker dominate at the running back position, though, in college.
Yeah.
So,
what was I saying? Hall's numbers.
Daniel said, would you guys take Ford in the mid to late first, or is that too high for him? In my opinion, he's my RB3, but I think it's too high for him. I do think there's a massive tier gap after Kenneth Walker in this class, so I wouldn't take him that high. It does depend on draft capital, right?
Yeah, it depends on draft capital and who's going before him, who's available.
Yeah,
I think I would take Jahan Dotson. The only person I feel comfortable taking ahead of Jerome Ford right now that has gone ahead of him is Jahan Dotson, potentially a David Bell, Trey McBride, and that's about it. Those are the three that really like. You know what? I have to go with those guys. But then there could be arguments depending on your team and where they land, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah, for sure. All right, guys, we're just going to plug a couple things that we're doing here on the channel in the next week. So feel free to hang around if you want to hear what's coming up, what's going on. firstly, Badaki, are we doing the draft reveal right now? I thought we were doing the draft reveal. Should we do that tomorrow?
We haven't said we were going to do it.
We did. I just realized. Let's do it tomorrow.
Did we say we were going to do it today?
So
I'm down to do it today if you really want to.
Nah, because this stream's going to go on so long. Should we do it today? Okay, so our first follower league, our first Dynasty follower league is filled up. And we are going to do a draft order reveal. I just don't know if we should do it today. I don't have the papers. We have to go find the papers, write it down.
I got paper right here. I mean, if you want. That's if you want, brother. But I got paper right here. I'm down to do it, honestly. I'm down to just get out the way and get excited about it.
Okay.
All
right. Well,
we can do it tomorrow.
No, that's fine. Let's do it today. So we are about to do the draft order reveal for our first off-season Dynasty league, okay? So the first league is filled up. I will say this. We have just opened the second league. So if you would like to play Dynasty with us, I just posted the link in the chat. Check out our Patreon if you would like to be a part of our follower Dynasty leagues. And DM us on Discord if you do have any questions. All right, Badaki. You have paper with you?
I have paper with me. Are you gonna go find some paper?
Yeah, I'm gonna find some paper. All right, we're about to do a draft order reveal, so stay here if you want to watch it. What it's gonna be? I'm gonna tell people in the sleeper chat. Doing a draft order reveal now on YouTube. I'll send the link as well.
Here we go.
This will be fun.
I'm scared.
So what position do you want in this startup?
I want anywhere in the middle. I felt like I have successful drafts from the 5, 6, 7, 8. Plus in the rookie, well, we don't not getting rookie drafts in the startups. So that's me right now. Dustin, these are paid leagues, brother. If you want to join, like Zach said, patreon.com/fantasylandfam. There's 3 different tiers, or technically, 3 different tiers you can choose from. You can play redraft with us, you can play Dynasty Startup with us, or you can play both, which we have the best of both worlds, where you can play redrafts and Dynasty. And look, there's so much more that comes with it. Okay, there's exclusive content. There's our Dynasty rankings, our redraft rankings, our rookie rankings, and we have draft profiles. And we're throughout the season, we're going to be doing some extra content, exclusive content, private live streams with Q&As, and we have a fantasy hotline where you can access any questions that you want regarding your team, kind of break down your team, et cetera, et cetera. So, man, if you have any questions, please message us on Discord, or if you have any questions here, we're happy to answer them right here, right now, if you want to. So, just let us know. We're going to write down the numbers here, 1 to 12. Oh, boy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Zach's panicking right now because he doesn't have paper. I know it. I know it. He wasn't mentally prepared. But, Casey, no. We at the moment we haven't had to orphan any of our past leagues or get a new manager so far. If you were wondering if you're worried about like consistency or something like that, of people,
all right, Badaki, you write down the names. I'm gonna write down the numbers.
Oh, I'm writing down names. I was writing down numbers.
You son of a bitch. All right, I'll write down names.
Okay, hold on. So we haven't had to orphan any leagues right now. If you worry about like the consistency of these leagues, we really try to get people that are consistent and that want to be in this leagues for a long run. If you do read throughout our draft, throughout our Patreon, we do have like a $25 deposit where like if you stay there for at least 4 years, you can have the potential to get your money back, whatever the case may be. But if you do leave before that, then that's kind of deposit, and you kind of lose a deposit. So
and that deposit, that deposit is there to help everyone. Exactly. You want to be in a league where people are committed to it, and I'm proud to say that's what we can offer right now. It's been really awesome.
It's been really good. The community is strong.
And that's not really tooting my own horn. it's more like the people who have signed up have just been so amazing. We have such great support on Patreon.
Yeah. So yeah, we've been really lucky and happy with all the community and how everyone has been loving what we've been doing, how we've been doing it. So we try to let you guys choose as much and have control as much as possible, because one thing we've hated in our past leagues, you know, like home leagues, is like always one person had too much control, you know. So we try to give everyone the opportunity to vote on things, and you know, so yeah, man, let us know as we're doing this here. Shout out to everyone that's still here. We're doing a draft order reveal for one of our Dynasty startups. If you're coming in now, watching this later, check out our Patreon. Link in the description below. Patreon.com/FantasyLandFam. 9. I'm almost done here. I'm kind of nervous, low key. Got a new Patreon already. Sheesh. Thank you so much. $3 CA or $2 technically.
Someone from Canada, eh?
Canada, eh?
We'll send you a message later.
We really appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. We can't see your name right now on there, but if you're in here, I think maybe that's Casey potentially. But thank you so much, man. We really appreciate you. It really helps everything that's going on here.
Okay. If you guys have any questions while we're doing this, let us know, by the way.
Yeah, 12 likes short. Jeez, and I gotta get this jersey. Don't like it. Honestly, I'm gonna have a problem trying to find a jersey that fits me. To be honest, I need that big boy size. You feel? There's no way they're gonna got a Eli Apple jersey that's gonna fit me. That's so funny. And then 10. All right. Everyone there goes Dustin thing. Telling people to like. Let me just go get a hat. I'll be back. 1 second.
What's up, everybody? Just realized I'm on my own. All right, so I have everyone's names, and I'm folding them up now. So many rumors coming out right now on the Twitter sphere. All right, so we are folding up everyone's names. We will explain how we do the draft order reveal here soon. Again, if you want to be a part of these leagues, our second league is now open. So when you sign up, you will officially get your spot. We can't guarantee how many leagues we will open. You know, after a league fills, we always have a conversation with each other and say, hey, you know, can we give everything to a new league? Can we still give 100% to all these leagues? And if the answer is yes, we will open up a new league. So for those who are asking, you know, hey, like, will I guarantee get a spot? Can't promise, but most likely. Over there on Patreon, let us know if you have any questions. All right, so you did numbers, I did names, correct?
Yes.
All right, so this is to solidify spots for the startup drafts. I'm getting a hat.
2, 3. I'm just making sure. 3, 4. Making sure that I have all these numbers correct. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Was that ASMR, Zach? If not, that was kind of natural. Weird. Hey, maybe I should pick up the ASMR. What is up with all these like people going live on Twitch and people just paying them hundreds of dollars for ASMR? What is the world come to?
What has the world come to?
All right, so I am now putting everyone's name in the league in a hat, okay? And Badaki is going to put numbers 1 to 12 in a hat. Hopefully you see where this is going, right? So essentially, I pick out a name, Badaki picks out a number. Well, we pick them out at the same time. We reveal them. And then your name, whatever number you get associated with it, is going to be your draft position, okay? So that's how this is going to work. If anyone's watching this later on, you can see we just did a rookie draft. We are now deciding the draft order for one of our follower leagues. So maybe I should put on this little camera view instead.
You should put a full screen. Yeah.
So, Badaki, let me know when you have
I'm just triple checking that I have all the numbers correctly, and I have all the numbers. I just like to triple check it.
Yeah,
Okay,
bro. You like to triple check it?
One.
All right. So
Two.
a couple tweets that I've looked at: Patriots and Dolphins interested in Amari Cooper if released. Commanders are looking to make a splash at the wide receiver position.
7, 8, 9.
Panthers quarterback Sam Darnold trade has cratered. Trade value has cratered. Of course it has. That's not news.
All right, here we go. I'm just putting them in a hat now and refolding it in. I got Ellen's hat. I got Ellen's little Bahamas hat here.
CeeDee Lamb to the moon, guys. Hopefully you were able to watch that buy or sell that we did with CeeDee. I think we were both buys, if I'm not mistaken.
Please, that's all.
All right, Badaki. I'm ready when you are.
All right, so sorry. I'm just folding it. I have 2 more left here to go. 3. Sorry, here we go. And I have Ellen's little Hawaiian hat here, so you can see. Do you have a pen and paper? Do you want me to write it down?
I'm actually just gonna.
You're gonna change it on the thing?
I'm gonna change it on the thing.
Okay.
Let me get there.
Check out the hat. This is Ellen's, which is my fiance's.
Okay.
Little.
I can change it on the app as we go. Okay, ready?
Okay, here we go. Blaze.
All right, so I'm picking out one name at random. You can see it. I have a name.
I'm trying to show everyone what I'm doing.
I have a name.
Okay, you have a name. I have a number. Oh,
you have a number.
I have a number.
All
Here
right,
we go.
The name.
I'm showing the. You're showing the name. Okay, yeah.
The name is JJ Short. All right, JJ.
JJ Short. And JJ Short has pick number 4.
Pick number 4. I can't see that.
It's hella bright.
All right, JJ, you have pick number 4. It is literally impossible to see that, but
There you go. Well, there you go.
Okay.
I turned it off so people can see.
All right, JJ,
I'll
you are number 4, my man.
I'll be a little bit dark for a second. See if I can get a white screen up.
All right, I'm looking, and
Was that you?
have.
MP, is that you? Oh, you wanted 4. 4 is juicy. Yeah, 4 is
name.
nice. Okay, and I have a.
No, I don't think MP's full. I don't think MP's juicy.
I have a number.
The names are so different everywhere. Okay. Ready?
Guys.
The name is Crozen W17. Your name is very different on Patreon. I can't, but that's your name here on the league.
Here
all right, Crozen.
Crozen has number 7.
Number 7. Come on down, Crozen W17. Who? If you're in the chat, tell us who you are, Crozen, because I think your name on Patreon is different. It's hard to keep up with all the name changes. All right. I have a name.
I have a number.
All right. The name is Bammer Time.
Bammer Time. Oh, gosh.
What is it? Is it 1? 3. Oh, this is not good.
Yeah.
I mean, it's great for Bammer Time, but it's not good for us because
all the good ones are.
All the good spots are starting to go.
So
this will be interesting.
7, 3, and 4 are gone already.
I really want to get 5 or 6. I
yeah,
just
that's
say
exactly
that.
what
I just want to speak that into existence. I want Zach to have 5 or 6. I'm going to speak that into the universe right now. Okay?
Here we go.
All right.
Let me know when you have a name.
I have a name.
I have a number.
The name is Craig Dog.
Oh, gosh. Craig Dog. Bruh.
No, please.
Bruh.
Are we about to get screwed?
Number 2.
Number 2. Damn it, Craig.
Everyone's getting the good spots right here, bro. It feels like it's going in order. I'm mixing it up. You guys have seen me. I'm shaking it. I'm shaking it. I've been shaking already. The whole time I'm shaking this thing.
That's what she said.
Honestly.
Let me see. What's Craig's name? Craig's name is Houday. Okay, let me just look at that. Houday. What was that, 2? That was 2, right?
That was 2, yes, correct.
All right, Craig is number 2. Far out, man. This is so anyone who hasn't had their name, it doesn't feel good right now, guys. It doesn't feel good. All right.
Casey, bro. I think Casey just signed up for Patreon too. Thank you so much, man.
I have a name.
Okay, and I have a number.
The name is Spartan Kick.
Spartan. Here we go. Bruh, this is like in order, my guy.
It. What is it? 5. Is it 5?
I'm going to switch to my other hand. That's what she said.
All right, so Spartan Quick is Spartan Kick is quicksand.
I'm switching with my left hand now. I'm
you said 5?
Yeah. Yes, 5. Yes.
Okay, this is not looking good. This is not looking promising, ladies and gentlemen.
6, 7, 8 is not terrible. Still, 6, 7, 8 is not terrible. I mean, 6 you can at least get an elite quarterback, but just let me know when you're ready.
I have a name.
Pick my name, bro. And I
have Juxter here. Juxter is the name.
Next minute, watch this be 6. There's no way.
Shut up.
There is no way. Sorry.
Congrats, Juxter. I'm happy for you.
7's not bad. 7's not bad. 7's not bad. 7's not bad. I'm believing in 7. I am believing in 7. Here we go.
Right now it's 1, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Jesus.
Josh Allen?
I think this is Badaki's fault, to be honest. What's happening here, guys?
Josh Allen at the 1-on-1? Oh, 7 is gone.
Yeah. So it is literally 1, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Son of a bitch. Okay.
Watch
the name is. I have a name. Do you have a number?
I haven't picked. I just got a number.
The name is Trippy Trout. This is big for you, Trip.
Trippy. Number 9.
Number 9. All right, so Trippy gets number 9.
Trippy, that's not terrible, brother. 9 is okay. 9's okay.
Reverse collusion. Honestly, what the hell is going on
collusion,
right now?
Honestly. It can't
I don't even. The thing is, I don't even want to be number 1. I guess I do because I could get the most valuable player, but then the rest of my draft is terrible.
You know what's good about this, boys?
This is awful.
That you can trade draft picks.
Yeah,
that's what's good about this.
Draft pick trading is going to be big.
Trippy, right. if I get the 1-on-1, we can have a conversation. Let me know when you have a name.
Oh my gosh, this guy. All right, I have a name. It is Aaron Swarm. Aaron Swarm.
And I'm opening. Number 10.
Number 10. Oh my God, someone is going to get so screwed here. You think about it because 12 and 1 are on the table right now. What's Aaron's team name? Penn State.
I said we can talk, Trippy. Not saying
Aaron's number 10?
Yes, number 10.
All right.
So there is one. What number?
The numbers left are 1, 8, 11, and 12.
Yeah, okay. I was like, I have 4 here. Okay, 1, 8, 11, 12. Yeah, cool.
All right.
Shaking.
I have a name. It's Zach. It's my name. Oh, no.
Oh,
no.
I'm opening
Don't
up
tell
here.
me it's 12.
It's 8.
8? Okay. All right. Okay. All right.
My name is not Pick Zach. Freaking get my name.
So I'm 8?
Yes.
Just want to confirm 8. I'm just writing this down.
MP, do you actually want 12? Oh, unless you were just hella late.
Oops. Give me a second. I'm writing this down. Okay. So the numbers that are left, the spots that are left right now is 1, 11, and 12. All right. Here we go.
I'm believing for 1.
Hey, MP, if you wanted 8, hit me up, bro. I mean, I'm prepared to trade any of my picks. Here we go. I got a name.
Okay, I'm picking the name right now.
The name is Manth Peric. I spelled it wrong. Sorry.
Who's that?
Manth Peric. He's got a different name on Patreon.
Number 12.
Number 12. I'm sorry, brother.
So I can even have 11.
You're either going to be 11 or 1, Badaki.
11 or 1, baby. Here we go. Here we go, baby. Here we go. Talk it up.
Actually, not even sure which one you would rather have, to be honest.
What can I get at 11? I can get a Najee.
All right, so MP hasn't gotten a name yet. Actually, that was MP. MP was 12. All right, here we go. I have a name. The name is Badaki.
Oh, no. I need to get a number. I can't find it. Here we go.
The name is Badaki. The number is
11.
11. Oh, that's a GG's for you. So Badaki gets 11. You know he was wanting that 1 spot, which means the last name is back in 82. 82, congratulations, my guy.
Number 1 back in 82.
You are number 1 back in 82. Number 1 in our hearts. Number 1 in the draft order. So, again, the official draft order is back in 82. Actually, I don't even know if you guys could see this. Let's see. Does this show up on camera?
You have to put your brightness down, I'm pretty sure. But
I don't know if that's showing up or not.
yeah, I can see it on my end. It should load.
Everyone's talking about it in the chat. All right, so back in 82, you are 1. Craig Dog is 2. Bammer Time is 3. JJ is 4. Spartan is 5. Juxter 6. Crossan is 7. I am 8. Trippy is 9. 10 is Aaron. 11 is Badaki. And 12 is MP. So that is it, ladies and gentlemen.
I literally just put 11 pick on the block. Trippy's already putting his picks out.
I'll be honest, boys. That's what I'm saying.
Wait, what you got, Zach? You got the 8. That's not terrible.
Yeah, it's not bad. All my picks.
Trippy already sent me something.
All right. Did I want 8? No, ideally wanted like anywhere from, to be honest, probably like 3 to 6. So, GG's.
Yeah, what can you do?
But I'm excited for this draft. So the draft date, which we will be airing this draft live, is 63 days from now. So I imagine that when the draft comes, there will be draft picks all over the board because of pre-draft pick trading. I imagine there's going to be a ton of draft picks. And we do need to send out a message about trades.
Yeah.
Here's what I'll say in case anyone from the league is listening. Here's how we approach trades. Badaki and I want to have as little power as possible in this league. You know, that's just what we want it to be evenly distributed, the power. Okay. So you guys are all big boys, which means that if trades go through, trades go through. All right. I think, you know, if something is just completely outrageous and it actually impacts the longevity of the league, then we will step in. We've only had to do that once. Outside of that, your trades are your trades. So make sure that when you're trading, you want that trade, because there is the only way that there's a veto system is if something is completely outrageous. I will tell you 99.9% of trades will go through and we won't touch it because we don't want to have the power. Everyone looks at a trade and they say, oh my God, it was this way or it was that way. And then, you know, who knows what that trade turns out to be. But we don't want to have the power. If Badaki and I see a trade and we're like, oh my gosh, that's terrible. We don't want to just be like, reverse. Like, we want everyone to have, you know, as real of a league experience as possible. And trade vetoes will only be used, and it has to be a majority. Vetoes will only be used if it's completely outrageous. And I mean completely outrageous. Like there was a point where someone traded in a startup draft. They traded like a first round pick for a second, just straight up. And it was like a first round pick for a third round pick straight up. And it just didn't make any sense. So Like at that point, we'd have to step in. Like there's literally no way to justify that value. You just got a worse draft pick straight up. So outside of that, all trades are going to be probably put through. So proceed with caution. Just know that you can't really do any reverse Uno cards in the league. And we'll send out a message about that as well. However, all trades are available. So, trying to think if there's anything else that we wanted to say. Excited to air that. Again, if you want to play in a league with us, you can check out our Patreon. I'll paste a link in the chat. Second league for the offseason is officially open. The Charlie League is full, so that means the Delta League is next. So that Patreon link is right there in case anyone is interested in joining a league. Make sure you look at the tiers. Send us a message if you have any questions. We have a ton of content coming out, guys. What did we just record today? We recorded a buy or sell for Joe Mixon, a buy or sell for Amari Cooper.
Yeah.
A Dynasty buy low quarterbacks. Late round Dynasty startup steals, sleepers, players over round 10. So there's a lot of content coming out, including my rankings updated. So excited for that. Mock draft tomorrow night will be a Dynasty startup draft. Join the Discord if you want to be a part of it. I think that's it.
Right. That's it. All love, guys. Casey, thank you so much for supporting us on Patreon. And I don't know who else signed up today as well, but we really appreciate you. If you're still in the chat, and I don't know your name, I know Casey Brown.
And Jason.
Jason, okay. Casey and Jason, thank you so much. Jason, if you're still in the chat, we really appreciate you. And if you have any questions, and if you want to join our Dynasty League or Redraft Leagues, please let us know if you have any questions moving forward. Same thing with everyone else. Even though you guys, if you're in here and not supporting and just supporting by being on the live, thank you so much as well.
Yeah, for real.
It means a lot. All love.
Huge love, guys. It looks like we hit 73 likes. Thank you guys so much. We are going to hop off because we have a bunch of editing to do for the week. Literally 6 videos I need to edit today. Thank you guys so much. Appreciate you guys. Enjoy the rest of your day. We'll see you tomorrow night, same time, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. See you there.
All love. See you there.